What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, or if you are new here, welcome. I'm the Wolfman, and today, very, very excited. We have been covering Emmys for you guys just constantly on Award Roundtable. It's been very successful. Thank you to all of y'all who have been tuning in and watching. It's been really great, and I've really enjoyed having these discussions. And so I'm even more excited today to be able to go through every category. We are tackling every single category. There's just a lot. And in terms of every single category, I'm not meaning like the, creative arts categories. This is we're still focused on the main primetime Emmy categories, but we're going to go through all of them. We're going to go through the ones we talked about already, see if we have any changes, any updates, stuff like that. But then we are also going to go through the ones we didn't get to talk about, like variety talk series and reality hosts and animated programs, stuff like that. So should be a really fun time. And before the Emmys tomorrow, and tomorrow you can see me and maybe Chris too, if he'll be up in the morning as well, to come on here and react to the Emmy nominations. So that should be a lot of fun. But thank you for joining tonight, Chris. This is always really fun talking Emmys with you.
Yeah, here to have fun. I love talking about TV. We're heading into it's been a great season for television. It'd be interesting what get nominated tomorrow, what would be the biggest snub. I'm sure you'd be yelling out TV at some point about some stuff.
Yeah. It's like,
especially with the Emmy snubs Harrison Ford again, like they did with the first season. I'd be really pissed by the end of tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. And so this will definitely be really fun to just kind of go through all these again and go through all these new categories. And some of these will be a lot faster than others, guys, because I'll be honest, even though we're predicting every category, I don't watch all the talk series and all the variety sketch series and all that stuff. So I'm not familiar with those as shows, but for the sake of today's episode, we'll still just throw predictions out there and we'll make those rounds quick, but then we'll go through everything else, because I've watched some shows and caught up on some stuff for this episode as well too. So it's good for me to now be able to look at things in that kind of light and say, oh, well, let me see if I want to update anything based on that. So should still be a really fun time. So we'll start off the nomination counter. The predictions. We will start off with animated program this time. So kind of a big one, but also a small one to kind of balance out. And then we'll go through all the small ones and then up to the large ones again. But for animated program, they have 5 shows here that they're selecting to be nominated. And for me, the 5. So one thing I wanted to throw out there is common side effects. I didn't see on Gold Derby, and I didn't see other outlets predicting it. I don't know when it aired, but all the episodes are out, available on Adult Swim, available on Max, or HBO Max now, I should say. So I want to put it in there because I feel like it should be nominated on these, but if it's not eligible, then I'm not going to predict it. So for now, I'm just going to go with the 5 that I have listed here. And my number 1 that I have and the number 1 spot is The Simpsons, because, that's always getting in. It's a juggernaut. It's still, to this day, it's still getting nominated constantly. So The Simpsons is definitely my number 1. My number 2, I have Arcane, because Arcane season 2 still is very critically acclaimed. People still really loved it. Said it was, and I loved it. I thought it's still made for one of the best series of all time, in my opinion. I thought it was really excellent. So I have Arcane at number 2, even though I think Arcane should maybe be winning here, or my number 3 should be winning here, which is Invincible. Invincible had a great season of television as well with the newest season, and so I think that Invincible, to me, that I think has a really strong shot here, but that is my number 3 for now because of just how good it was this season, and yeah, I really, although I don't know if it, depending on when season 4 came out, I don't know if they're nominating it for season 3 or if they're nominating it for season 4. I forget, but or are we in the 4th or third season? I forget of Invincible.
Fourth, I believe. I've been behind on it, but I believe.
Yeah, I'm a bit behind on it as well too. But I gotta catch up on that soon. And then for my number 4, I have Love, Death, and Robots getting in there because even though this season sucked monkey butt, like this season was just not good at all. There was like maybe one decent episode, but there was a whole episode dedicated to Red Hot Chili Peppers performing on stage for 5 minutes. And that was the entire episode. And you were like, well, why did I just watch an animated concert? The what? It's just, this is the episode this season was very weird. Was not a fan. But I still have it getting in just for the name alone. Love, Death, and Robots. And then I have, in the 5th slot, I have What If getting in there. So for its final season. So yeah, should be, I think to me, that's a really solid 5. I'm pretty happy with that 5. What 5 do you have getting in there for anime program?
So having seen 3 of these, because I have not seen Love, Death, and Robot, and I kind of fallen off of What If a little bit just because people telling me that some of the season wasn't good and some of the other season wasn't. Until Dylan Van Dyne bring back his Marvel trivia channel, take a little break from watching a lot of Marvel TV shows at the moment. But I have Arcane number 1. Having not seen season 2, but I've seen a lot of season 1, I think Arcane is one of the best animated shows ever made last many years. I think it's very gorgeously animated, like holy shit, like the animation style and that. And it,
Oh yeah,
out of it, the only one I feel investment in the characters. I love every character. I hate a lot of characters, but it's the one I feel emotionally invested in. Like number 2, Invisible. I way beyond Invisible, but I think that is a brilliant show. Am I allowed to go on one little rant here?
Yeah, of course.
It bugged me. I know you and me different on the show. It bugged me Invisible get in, but another superior animated show that people love, Harley Quinn, never get nominated. And I know it's critically loved by both critic and audience every season.
Yeah.
That does bug me a little bit. I think because if Harley Quinn does again Invisible in terms of funniness and violentness, Mickey Alan Tudyk had the Joker. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. I agree. That is kind of something that is bizarre as well. Also, I
think Harley Quinn's newest season got better reviews than Invisible when you tapped the.
Yeah, that's what I kind of don't get. I feel like Harley Quinn's just kind of, I don't know. It's been kind of thrown into and it should be getting in here, but maybe it'll sneak in there instead of Love, Death, and Robots. I would love that, but
I mean, I know you and me differ on Kelly Coco and Harley Quinn, but everybody else in that show like the characters.
But I love everybody else. I think Alan Tudyk as Joker so good.
And Clayface. Clayface is probably one of the funniest characters ever created.
Clayface. I loved whoever plays Poison Ivy. I forget her.
Yeah, Lake Bell.
Lake Bell, yeah. Lake Bell is Poison Ivy. Perfect casting, so good. So yeah, there's
and I do think the better LGBT representation love story in an animated show in that maybe a little bit more down Kane. I
Yeah,
just think Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy relationship really enjoyable watch for thoughts.
I need to catch up on Harley Quinn. I
Yeah,
watched like I think through season 3, and then I haven't
yeah.
watched any of the newest seasons, so I gotta
So
catch up
you
on.
haven't seen Harley joining the Batman family.
No, not yet. I gotta
Yeah,
catch up on all that because I do still enjoy the show despite what I think of Kaylee
yeah,
Cuoco as Harley. I still really do
yeah.
enjoy the show, and Harley Quinn is my favorite DC character. So just
And
gotta.
I'll argue, despite the voice actor, the character progression they do with her character is really good on the show compared to everything else we've seen for Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, no, her development, her actual like arc,
Yeah,
starting from where she started off in
yeah.
the first episode of Harley Quinn, all the way to where she's at later in the series is really good, really fantastic. So, um, I no,
Emmy, stop nominating HBO Max stuff. Stop nominating just Netflix, Amazon Prime. Like
I
there's some
don't know.
stuff that
It's like, and then that's another thing too. Is it's like it will hopefully be nominated for next year, but like if it's eligible this year, then shame on the Emmys for not nominating uh Common Side Effects, because again, that's the best animated series I've seen this year. It's so good.
and right now, right next year would be Common Side Effect and Phineas and Ferb. Like those are the two that
Yeah,
on
those
the
are the two
outside
right there.
looking in right now.
And then the Eyes of Wakanda series as well. That'll
Yeah.
be one that will be eligible in this category
I
for
mean,
next
talk about the return of Phineas and Ferb. People love this season. I really like what I've seen.
Also, we have a comment here from someone new in the chat in the comment section. Good to see you. Says from Christine Show says, yes, I love Invincible, and we've had 3 seasons so far. Thank you. Yes, it is really great. I love it. I
Oh
got
yeah, they split season 3 into 2 parts. That's why. Like,
that makes sense. They've been doing that because I feel like they did that with season 2 as well. I think if I remember correctly, like yeah, they've been trying to test the whole 2 parts thing with that show, which is interesting.
yeah, and then the rest is what if the Simpsons. I don't love the Simpsons man much anymore as I used to back in the day. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of like a lot of these Fox animated stuff is just like not my thing anymore.
I gave up on The Simpsons after the Simpsons movie. Once I did that,
Yeah,
I watched the season that was after the Simpsons movie, and I was like, "This isn't as good anymore," and I just stopped. And I was, I wasn't into it. So
yeah. Every now and then I catch an episode when I used to date my girlfriend. Like the episode with Tanner Little Help and his story with the mom. It's a really good episode like a couple seasons ago. Like, but just like that.
yeah, it's just a couple episodes every now and then, but they're especially like their little shorts that they come out with. Like they do those like Star Wars shorts, or they'll do like a
Mhm.
themed short or something like that. That's just like those always are bad. Like, I'm just never into those. So yeah.
Then what if it's on my list? It's just like I have a theme must in the second season. What?
Yeah, I get that. So we have the same 5. Just
Yeah.
well, for the most,
The Holly Quinn on the outside looking in. Like that.
yes, Harley
You
Quinn's
know.
on the outside looking in. That's how it is for me too. I'm hoping that because I hated the season of Love, Death, and Robots, I'm hoping that that Harley Quinn can sneak in there and bump that out. But I think they always just do mostly Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and Netflix here. That's like it. They don't do any other.
How does the first season of Harley Quinn not even get in? That still bugged me. Like that very first season.
And then there's also other great shows. I think Lazarus came out
Yeah.
this year, which was like really good. That was like an anime one. They could do, that like cyberpunk show that came out. There was like a bunch of animated shows that came out that were all really good. But it is what it is. And then Ross is asking, when is the nomination announcement? It'll be tomorrow. I don't know what time they're announcing them. I know that apparently all like the Variety Talk series and Variety scripted series and all that stuff, we are going to just look up those up on the live stream that morning, because apparently they're announcing it at like 4 a.m. Eastern time or something. It's like kind of crazy.
And the
It's like,
TV and and the TV directing and all of the. Oh my, that's
Yeah,
all
yes,
list.
but the actual main categories, I think they're going to be announced like 7 or 8, something like that. I have
Is
to.
it going to be on YouTube somewhere? Because I don't have a cable box in my room. I don't have my and
They
pay for it.
usually are. I'm going to look that up tonight and see
Yes.
if any of y'all in the comments are able to find like a link to the YouTube stream for tomorrow. Let us know, because that'd be much appreciated. But they usually do. If not, we'll definitely come on here and just at least discuss
Yes.
the Emmy nominations,
Mhm.
which will be still really fun. So yeah, for variety scripted series, this is going to be very easy. It's literally just two.
Mhm.
It's like, I don't know why even have a category if you're just going to nominate two. I don't know, but they only have two that they are even putting in here, and it's probably the easiest category to predict for the two. It's Last Week Tonight with John Oliver and Saturday Night Live. That's basically what I'm saying. Do you agree on that one?
Yeah, I guess they're not counting like the Oscars or the Tony Awards, like some of the awards ceremony this year.
Yeah, I mean they're eligible, but like if they're only doing two
Yeah.
slots, then it's like that makes it so easy. You're like, oh well,
Yeah, it's sad because I've argued the Tony Award with Tennessee Weaver a really good award ceremony this year. That's just like
yeah, yeah.
the best
Um,
it's been since Neil Patrick Harris when he did that, and not just for gays anymore. Tony Award. So
so true. Yeah, so true. So yeah, but again, we can move on from that category. We kind of both have the
yeah,
same ones there. So the next one we will discuss is variety talk series. So for variety talk series, we have I have the Daily Show, Late Show with Stephen Colbert, and then Jimmy Kimmel Live. Those are the three that I have there. Um,
yeah,
so
kind of the same. Even though I like Jimmy Fallon a little bit more than Jimmy Kimmel, and I watched both.
I'm more of a Jimmy Kimmel guy personally, but I think, but I do really like the Stephen Colbert show. That's like the one
Yeah,
I still watch is Stephen Colbert really, and then I've kind of just stopped watching late night ever since Conan left, because
yeah.
Conan is like the goat, and ever since he left, I was just sort of like, okay, um, so yeah,
I only watched it with my dad. I had them on at night sometime.
nice. I will say, I don't know if it would count for a variety scripted series or a talk series, but I wonder what you would count Conan Must Go as, because that's a great show on HBO.
Only scripted series, I
The
guess.
Yeah, because that's a really great show that I think they should honestly nominate over the other ones on that list. So now on to variety host. This is or reality host.
I
The
hate the
five
reality.
that I have at number one. I have Alan Cumming, because he's Alan Cumming. I love him. He's great, and I have seen at
Okay,
least.
here's a question. Would the trader count as a variety series or variety toss?
Um, I think it counts as a variety scripted, but I know that like in terms of
I will argue because popularity, I would put trader in over Sunday night. Just because I know people talk about trader every single week. I've been part.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
But also the thing is, like, what's the difference between a variety show and a reality show? Because it's like if it's reality host, I don't know if like that's different. That's probably different from variety shows. So they don't even have that's so weird. See, like that's what I don't get about these categories at the Emmys, because they have a reality host one, but then they go to competition programs. So they don't actually have like maybe you would be in competition program. I don't know if you compete in the trader or
I mean
not, but
trader will win competition program. It is a really good reality TV show.
yeah, yeah. So it is. I watched like the first episode or
Yeah,
two of it, and it was really solid. So not gonna lie. So and Alan Cumming
Better
does
than
a
a lot
really
of shitty reality TV show we have nowadays.
nice. Yeah, no, it's really great. He does a great job. But
Mm.
even though I have him at number one, I probably should have put RuPaul up there because RuPaul Charles is just probably he might win again. I don't know, but I have RuPaul Charles getting in there at number two, and then I have the Queer Eye hosts because the Queer Eye is the one I watch like the most out of all these, and so
And Queer Eye is about to be ending soon. They just announced its last season recently.
oh man, that would be sad.
Mm.
So yeah, that is definitely unfortunate, but I love the whole Queer Eye cast. I'm always going to love them. So yeah, I have the Queer Eye hosts there at number three. Then at number four, I have Jeff Probst for Survivor, which is also a fun show. I've watched a
That's
few
still going.
of Survivor.
That's still going.
Apparently, what season are they on by now? Like what, season 50? Like that thing's been on since I was a kid. Like what is
I
going on?
watched some of it, and then I've read the book about reality TV show, how it was created. Like, that's
Yeah,
cool.
I'm surprised that that's still going on, but okay. And then at number this one I'm also surprised is still going on too. But my number five I have the Shark Tank hosts for Shark Tank. So that's the five I have.
Yeah, same. I
You-
just looking at the list and like my heart would go out saying just because I think the show guilty pleasure. What's the guy name who does Catfish? Like,
Guy, oh shoot, I know which one you're talking about, but I'm blanking out his name. He does Catfish. You said,
yeah,
uh,
because I think beside the Queer Eye people and Alan Cumming, he's probably one of my more likable hosts of reality TV show because he relates to the victim and he does it. He made the show very sympathetic.
was it Kami Crawford?
I think I'll look it up later.
Yeah, we'll look it up later. But yeah, that's when I know who you're talking about. Because I've seen clips from that show, but I've never actually seen. Oh, actually, Brian, I think put it in the chat there. Nev Schulman. So nice,
Yeah.
cool.
Catfish is guilty pleasure to reality TV show.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. I mean, we all have our guilty pleasures. Not gonna lie, I'm a sucker for like some of those competition shows, like America's Got Talent.
I used to love American Idol until the most recent host we added to it. I won't go into detail here.
Yeah, the recent hosts, the replacement for Katy Perry, kind of made American Idol a little unbearable. Just gotta say,
I love Katy Perry. I loved it too. And like, don't get rid of Katy Perry. Like Katy Perry was like the calm person between Lionel Richie and the other guy.
yeah, same with like America's Got Talent this season. Like I'm loving all the hosts, but then they brought back Mel B, and she's just obnoxious this season. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, okay. Everybody else is good, but she's just like annoying. So it's a shame. But for a competition program, that's a good segue. My nominees here are the Traders at number one, and then
It might win.
I think the Traders has a really good shot at winning here. I think that would be the first time that RuPaul Drag Race has lost this category in years, because every year it feels repetitive. This and Variety Script the Series, because Variety Script the Series is always like, oh, we're just giving it to John Oliver. And you're like, okay, whatever. And
we gave it to Saturday Night Live.
And then like competition program, it's like we're just going to give it to RuPaul. It's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. Like it's always predictable, but this is the first time that you could see a change here where the competition program actually goes to the traders because of how big that show has been growing. So
Trader is like the water cooler thing you do at the office when you talk to people every week.
oh yeah, for sure. No, traders is
I'm part of Discord with Dylan Van Dyne his channel, and they talk about Trader every single week episode. They talk about it.
for oh yeah. No, it's one I need to catch up on. I feel so bad for my best friend. So my best friend, he's trying to be that like good boyfriend right now.
Mm-hmm.
He has, his girlfriend, and he's like
Yeah.
off. He's off at military school right now and learning to be a pilot. And so they're video chatting with each other and watching stuff together. And his girlfriend watches Love Island USA. And she's like, "Would you watch an episode with me?" And he was like, "I don't know." She's like, "Okay, you don't have to." And he's like, "Fine, I'll do it." And because he did that, now it's like, he's like, "Dude, I have an issue. Now I'm like hooked." I'm like, "You're hooked to Love Island?" He was like, "Dude, it's a shitty show." Like he told me, he was like, "It's a bad show." And I was like, "Then why are you hooked?" He's like, "I just can't help it." It's like, and I'm just, it's one of those kind of situations. And so I'm like, you know what? That checks out, because there are several shows that I have seen that are like that, where I'm watching them and I'm like, you know what? Low key, I kind of can't stand this. And then it's like, but I can't stop watching. And, that was me with Ink Master. I always thought it was cool to see like the tattoos and stuff, but then like they argue for like half that show. And I'm just like, this is getting so annoying. I can't watch this, but like, I can't also not watch it. Like I have to watch it. I have to see who wins. I have to go and all. So it's like, it's always kind of interesting just seeing how that, how that's what reality shows just do to us, I guess. But yeah, so I have RuPaul's Drag Race at number 2. I have The Amazing Race at number 3. At number
Still
4,
going strong after so many years.
I know that's also been on for many years. Number 4, I have Survivor. Because it's still going on. People are still watching it. So there you go. And then,
ABC, bring back Fear Factor, bring back some of the other stuff, and just
dude, I missed Fear Factor. Like, sure, was it like the new guy that they got on there wasn't as good as Joe Rogan as the host, but I still enjoyed watching the new seasons of Fear Factor when they came out. Like that was still really cool. So
yeah.
I definitely would love to see that show come back. And I also heard that they did announce that the new Squid Game competition show that they have on Netflix. Mm-hmm. I heard that they announced 2 more seasons of that. So the new ones.
Look out, competition show that could be making it next season.
Yeah, that should definitely be one to actually make its mark.
To shake the competition beside Trader. Like
yeah,
Trader to go. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. It's funny that show is still going. Yet they've canceled so many of their best shows. But okay.
Yeah.
Then my last slot one here is Top Chef. So those are the 5 that I have: is The Traders, RuPaul's Drag Race, The Amazing Race, Survivor, and Top Chef.
I only think Trader and Top Chef.
What? Brian, I am not aware of this. What? Thank you. He says Fear Factor is coming back in the fall on Fox. Oh, man. All right, you're going to be seeing the Wolfman pop up on Fear Factor at some point. I've always said if I ever did one of these competition shows, I would always want to go on Fear Factor. So, like, you may see me up on that stage one day. We'll see. But, man.
I might go on Survivor just looking at the algorithm after reading reality TV book. I'm like, I now know how to win it.
Yeah, Survivor, that's another one I've always wanted. I also told my friend, I was like, with all these like love competition shows, if I just want to get a girlfriend, all I have to do is just sign up for like one of those like love shows or whatever. And then that's just, I guess that'll be the best way to find a match or whatever. I don't know.
My favorite competition show is an animated show. You know what it is?
Which one?
Total Drama Island. I used to love that. I think
Oh yeah, Total Drama Island was the goat. I grew up with that one.
some,
It's so good.
somebody make that an actually reality TV show. Take that content and make it.
I remember on Jordan's channel, that's what made that meme start. Was where like they have a meme of me saying I grew up with that movie or whatever, because I remember we were talking about Total Drama Island on like a tournament, and I was like, man, I grew up with that show, and Austin was like, grew up. It came out in 2010. He was like, how old are you? And then I was like, well, I was in middle school, and he was like, oh my god. So it was just one of those like realization
It
moments.
was the last good Cartoon Network show. I mean, Steven Universe and what the other one that people love? Venture Time would really good too.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. Ross says he was almost on for Love of the Spectrum, but then met his girlfriend Tori. That's nice. Yeah, I considered that one at one point, but yeah, those are my 5 for a competition program. Do you have any?
No, because sadly stuff like Catherine wouldn't count because nobody watched MTV reality show.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, that's interesting. Then how do they even have it as a competition? So apparently you can't sign up for Survivor anymore. It's like with the Amazing Race. Oh, okay.
Because they probably know people figure out the algorithm and how to win these stuff.
I guess so. Yeah, so those are my 5 there for that. Now we can move on to some of the major categories. We will first revisit before going into limited series categories. We will first revisit the TV movie category and see if we have any updated changes that we want to make to TV movie. So for me, my 5, I'm still sticking with my 5 that we talked about the last time. The same 5 of Rebel Ridge, Out of My Mind, Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy, Am I Okay, and Nona's. Those are the 5 that I had the last time. I'm sticking with that. And then you had most the same as mine, but I think you had a different one in there instead of Am I Okay, right? Or did you have all the same 5?
I took out Mount to have put Am I Okay? What you convinced me.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So yeah, so we had the same for that one. So not much has
probably winning this thing.
probably winning, but you know what's probably going to win for next year is K-pop Demon Hunters. That movie is like killing it on Netflix.
As soon as I'm done with I Don't Understand You, K-pop Demon Hunter, next thing I'm watching.
Oh yeah. That's one I'm going to be watching ASAP. I'm watching a couple like A24 movies that just dropped on Max right now or HBO Max. But then once I get done with those,
I have like 30. I have 20 minutes left. I Don't Understand You, the one with Andrew Reynolds and Nick Kroll.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Really funny. It's totally really funny.
Nice. Yeah, I'll have to give that one a go because I haven't actually seen that one for.
I think Nick Kroll is a very underrated comedy actor.
Nice. So now we'll move on to the acting for limited series categories. So we will go on to movie limited actress. We'll do the ladies first, and see if we have any changes there. We have Michelle Williams for Dying for Sex. I still have her at number 1. Well, actually, I'm going to do a switcheroo. So I had Michelle Williams for Dying for Sex at number 1, but right now I think I'm going to switch her out for Kristen Milioti. Now, here's the thing: once the Emmy nominations come out tomorrow, you're still going to be seeing us come back on this show and update our winning predictions. So there's and winning predictions can last through till the Emmys in September. So for all I know, I could switch it back to Michelle Williams at one point.
I have a prediction. I think Adolescent they'll be taking limited series. I think Penguin would take leading actor and leading actress. 2 punch.
Yeah, I think that that's a really good chance there. I think that you could see Adolescence sweeping like all the others. So like you can see it get like limited supporting actress, supporting actor. I could see stuff like that. But in terms of actual lead categories, I think you'll see the Penguin take those ones. So
Yeah, and I think supporting actor will come down between mom versus mom, between Penguin mom and the kid mom.
yeah, I know, which is funny. So I'll have to see which one takes it. But then I still have Kate Blanchett for disclaimer because she's Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
I have Renee Zellweger for Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy. And dude, I have finally started Say Nothing. Holy shit, the show is so good. Like it is so good. And Lola Pettigrew, honestly, she might be my favorite in this category from what I've seen of Say Nothing so far. Like she might be my favorite of the category out of the 5. So I'm still sticking with Lola Pettigrew.
On my list to watch.
Yeah.
Get through Right Notice finally and then watch Say Nothing.
Yeah, I'm definitely loving this show right now. And apparently out of all the limited series, from what I heard, I think it's like the most acclaimed critically from what
more than the Penguins and Adolescence?
From what I heard. I mean, maybe Adolescence has a little bit higher of like a score and such, but from what I've so Adolescence does have a little bit higher, but but yeah, Say Nothing is still has slightly higher acclaim than the Penguin does. So kind of interesting there. So it is really, really great so far. I'm really loving it. And so those are my 5 in limited series still. So I'm not really changing up a lot there.
Yeah, same.
Nice. And then so now we can move on to the movie / limited actor. When we did the show earlier for last week talking about limited series, I had Stephen Graham at number 1, and then I had Colin Farrell at number 2. But now I'm switching that up. I think Colin Farrell is going to win, so I have him at number 1, and then I have Stephen Graham in the second slot. I just think, while Stephen Graham personally, to me, I would give him the award because I think that his scene at the end, like his acting is actually him acting. I feel like a lot of Colin Farrell acting, while he's really good on the show, I still feel like a lot of the acting is coming from the fat suit that he's wearing, basically. So I feel it's a little bit of a cop-out, but I still really like Colin Farrell's Penguin. So I'll still go with that. I know I have Cooper Koch, but I have considered switching him out. I'm going to keep him in for now. I have Cooper Koch for Monsters of Lau and Eric Meninda's story. I still have Brian Tyree Henry for Dope Thief, and then Paul Giamatti for Black Mirror. What about you, dude? What's your?
I had Colin Farrell number 1, Tim Gunn number 2, Cooper Koch number 3. I'm keeping Kevin Kline at number 4. I think Kevin Kline is the standout disclaimer to me more than Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
And I think, my heart's still going out. I want to see Aaron Pierce's name get mentioned tomorrow. Aaron Pierre from
Aaron Pierre, please, for all that's holy, Emmys, if you want to really make me cheer loudly, then have Aaron Pierre come in there as a surprise nom, because that's just.
If not, here's my prediction. If not, we could see him name mentioned actually in Lantern to turn out to be really good.
Could. That would be actually really cool if they were to do that. So yeah, that's my 5. So in terms of supporting actor in a limited series, or supporting actress in a limited series, I should say. So my number 1, I still have Erin Daugherty for Adolescence. I do think that Adolescence is basically going to sweep everywhere else. I think that there's that, Penguin's going to win for the
It's a baby reindeer this year.
and such. Yeah, it's the baby reindeer. So I think that's still going to sweep everywhere else. So Erin Daughtry, who plays the therapist, I think she's going to win for adolescence. And then
Really, over the mom. That red line had
I
them
think,
switch.
I think over the mom, and the reason why is because of the acclaim of the episode. While people love the finale, if you listen to all the conversations online, everyone talks about that episode with the therapist as being like one of the best episodes of television ever, and people rave about that episode specifically, and it's more
It's the same reason why people rave about
yeah.
the Christine Miliani episode with the flashback to her.
Yeah, sort of like that. So it reminds me similar of that kind of similar conversation where you get people, raving about the episode, raving about because that's the one where the kid shines in that episode.
Yeah.
That's him like yelling.
The reason why he's number one on everybody's list for best
moment. Yeah, and it's because of that episode that like he's number one on so many people's lists. So that's why I think that Erin Daughtry is going to take it over the mom. But I do have the mom, Christine Tamarco, at number 2 for adolescents. So I still think it's like the 2 adolescents ladies are 1 and 2 for me right now. And then I have Deidre O'Connell for the Penguin, who
might be the dark horse. You never know. It's the Penguin.
She could be. She could be that kind of sneaky little.
Because like the other 2 have 1 episode, but Deidre have like the finale. She have a bunch of episodes where she just like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of episodes. She's
the episode where she finally lashed out at Colin Farrell saying how she feel about him. What?
God, so good. And then talking about someone who has a lot of holy shit moments, Jenny Slate is next for me at number 4 for Dying for Sex. I think that she's just.
In my heart, I would give her the award over everybody else. Like I think she really steal the show from Michelle Williams.
So I personally agree too. Like the way her acting is when she finds out that her friend has the diagnosis and everything. Like I just think that she
goes from laughing in the room and then she exits the room and she just stops breaking down. Like
and so it's really really phenomenal work from Jenny Slate. Probably the best I've seen from Jenny Slate. Honestly,
Jenny Slate did their work. Like she's one of the more underrated actresses working today.
I completely agree. So she's great. Then I have Chloe Sevigny for Monsters, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story. Because I just think that the show, while not as big as Dahmer, I still think it's going to be slightly big in terms of nominations. So I put
mom.
There and there.
That's for the therapist. Everybody else is the mom, unless when you look at what you're getting.
Really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So you had the mom with Chloe Sevigny. You had the mom from Penguin.
Yeah.
You had the mom from Adolescent. You had the mom from Presumed Innocent with Nigga.
Ruth Negga. So it's just a mom's kind of category. People are just like, they're giving the love out to moms this year.
And Jenny Slate is the only other one besides her and the therapist, the only 2 that not really mom.
Yeah. As far as we know of, because who knows? Erin Daughtry, you don't know the therapist's, home life.
And you don't know about Jenny Slate character after the show it's over. You never know if she become.
That's true. So who knows? Maybe it's an all moms category. Yeah. But those are my 6 that I have. Do you have the same
6?
Same 6?
Yeah. Nice. Different order, but same 6.
Yes. And then my movie limited supporting actor, I was convinced. I switched it. So I have now decided Owen Cooper is going to be number 1. I know I had Javier Bardem at number 1, the last time.
But any other year, as it wasn't for adolescent, Javier Bardem would be winning. He is the best acting in Monster to me. Like,
Yeah, no, he absolutely is, and he is a great actor. And it's one of those kind of legacy things where it's like we love you. You know, you're a legacy actor. You're great. But yeah, Owen Cooper. I mean, yeah, there's a chance he could lose just because of how young he is. But I think the performance, still, people are raving about it. It's still so strong that I think that it's going to outweigh. From what I heard, Owen Cooper won't be the youngest in history to win. That apparently there is someone else who's like younger that has won, but Owen Cooper's going to be one of the youngest to ever win an Emmy. But he will be the youngest, at least in this category, for movie and limited actor. Like that he'll be the youngest actor to ever win this category if he wins, which will be really crazy. So
also, congratulations to Netflix, back to back years, Gravy Reindeer, and now this having shows there.
Yeah, I know, right, man. And Netflix does really good when it comes to limited series getting into their stuff. Sometimes they may get like one drama show, maybe one comedy show, but when it comes to their limited series, they can do really good. They have like
they didn't have a really good year tomorrow. Right, when we look at Adolescent, and Nobody Want This, and a few others.
Yeah, Nobody Wants This. Maybe Squid Game, maybe The Diplomat, stuff like that. So
maybe Monster. Like, this is Netflix year.
Yeah, they're gonna have a good year. I still think HBO Max is gonna top it again, like they do. But we'll definitely see. But I think it's gonna be a lot of love for a lot of streaming services. Cause I think Apple will get a lot of love as well. So should definitely be interesting. But on top of those two, my number 3, I have Renzi Felix for The Penguin. I just think he's exceptional on that show.
Once again, if my heart would go out if him anywhere, because I think him up at the opposite and Colin Farrell be able to stay on par with him for the whole show. Like,
oh yeah. Just the fact that they can do that, that's crazy.
In the episode when he decided to stay rather than leave with his girlfriend, I think it's such a heartbreaking moment.
It's so heartbreaking, so heart-wrenching, such a beautifully acted, like the scene. Oh man, I'm just thinking of that one scene between the Penguin and him. Oh my god, jeez, there's like one scene in my
the last scene of them together, like holy shit,
that last scene.
Oh yeah.
Then at number 4, I have Ashley Walters for Adolescence, who is the main police officer from that show. So I have him at number 4. Then I have at 5. I have Rob Delaney for Dying for Sex, and then I have Peter Sarsgaard still for Presumed Innocent. That is the.
I have the same as that list, but straight out Peter Sarsgaard for Bill Camp. I think Bill Camp is the most showier, most detailed performance between the two. Then Presumed Innocent.
That is definitely a solid point there. Have
you gotten around to watching Presumed Innocent yet?
Not yet. That's the one show. If it gets nominated tomorrow in any of the categories, I'm going to start watching it tomorrow.
It's really good
tomorrow. But in terms of, I was catching up on some other shows for this. Like I was watching some of Say Nothing. I was watching, more of Nobody Wants This, and then more of like Dying for Sex, and then more of like other shows that I watched like the first couple episodes of Monsters. So I've been trying to catch up on stuff like that right now. But I will get around to seeing that at some point. I am really excited for Presumed Innocent.
And we're getting a season 2. I don't know why in limited series we're getting a season 2.
Yeah, it's sort of like I don't understand that with Fargo either. Why is Fargo?
Even White Lotus, when the first season of White Lotus had a limited series, then season 2 got out right when the Emmy.
But now at least the White Lotus, they realize
Yeah.
it. Now at least the White Lotus is in the drama series. But like, why is I've never understood why is Fargo always in limited?
It would bug me, but like, I think Juno Temple would have had a better chance if it was in drama series because Juno Temple performed in Fargo last season. We're like,
Oh yeah,
holy shit! Like,
yeah. If they would have put Fargo in drama series, I feel like it would be doing even better. So
even John Hamm probably could have won last year for Fargo. Like, his performance in Fargo.
his performance in Fargo is incredible. So so he might have been able to. But speaking of limited series, I got my 5 for limited series, and my 5 are The Penguin, Adolescence, Monsters Allow and Eric Menendez story, Dying for Sex, and my 5th one that I wanted to switch out. Oh, and also I know I read it that way, but Adolescence is one, then it's Penguin too. But
Yeah.
I read it off that way. But my 5th one, this is the one I made a change on. This might be me biting myself in the ass here, but I threw, instead of disclaimer, I now have taken out disclaimer, and I am putting in Black Mirror. I think there's a chance that Black Mirror could actually sneak into series this year because the season was like more talked about and was more big when it came to Black Mirror seasons. So
yeah, I took out disclaimer and presuming that I just think presuming the example more well liked by people than disclaimer. Like, yeah, the ending could have been better, but when you talk about a lot of people like Jake Gyllenhaal performance, they love the acting on that show. Like,
oh yeah, no, I completely agree. And before we get into our next category, we have Christine. Christine Show says, I like you, including Cooper Coach and Paul Giamatti. I think they gave great performances. Oh, absolutely. Especially Paul Giamatti. He is like the one I'm rooting for the most because he, to me, gave the performance maybe of his career. Like, he's that good in his episode of Black Mirror.
I mean, any other year, he could win. I just think you're up against Adolescent and Penguin. Like,
yeah, I think it's just, and he's been campaigning his ass off apparently. So like that's why I'm getting really confident that he's going to get in there because apparently he's been campaigning a lot, trying to get in place. Then Brian Nussbaum talking about the TV movies. His top 5 TV movies are Nona's, Elton John, Never Too Late, Bridget Jones, Rebel Ridge, and then Pee Wee as himself. So those are his 5 for this year. Although I thought Never Too Late was last year, but yeah, I guess. I guess it technically might fall under eligibility for this year, but yeah, those are.
Was it Never Too Late Oscar nominated thing?
Yeah, it was Oscar nominated for Best Original Song.
Yeah, so why would it fall on the TV movie of it?
Oh yeah, that's true. Because yeah, the Oscars are always more so. You have to have a theatrical release. Although I know Rebel Ridge. I thought Rebel Ridge got like a slight theatrical release, but I guess maybe it didn't.
Yeah.
But we'll move on now to the comedy categories. Time to laugh it up here as we move on to comedies. And the first one I'm gonna start off here with is comedy actress. Again, this is very simple. In my opinion, I'm still sticking with the same 5. I got Jean Smart, Hacks. I've got Kristen Bell, Nobody Wants This. Ayo Edebiri for The Bear. Quinta Brunson for Abbott Elementary. And then Selena Gomez for Only Murders in the Building. Those are...
Yeah, I have
5.
I have Jean Smart winning this. I have Kristen Bell, Ayo, Prince Brunson. And you know me, my heart going out, I still had Catherine Hahn, but I got to.
And she could pull the upset. She definitely could.
I think she could pull off 2 nominations in this for this
Yeah,
year.
there's a chance that Selena Gomez does miss. The only reason I am putting Selena
I
Gomez in,
don't think that nobody talk about her performance like they talk about Martin Short in this season. Like everybody talking.
that is true, but I'm only going based off the fact it won the SAG Ensemble Award, meaning that like the whole ensemble got it for this year at the SAGs. But that's the only
But
reason.
somebody could convince me to take her out and maybe put Natasha Leo in for Poker Face.
Yeah, I considered that as well. I considered putting Natasha Leone in for Poker Face. We'll see what happens, but
yeah,
I'm really considering that. I have a feeling I'm going to bite myself tomorrow because I think Natasha Leone's going to sneak in there. I'm going to be like, oh my god, I was this close. But
yeah, Natasha Leo and Catherine Hahn could sneak in. I don't think so. Leo might have a better chance next season. They do arc on her character in season 5, like they did with
yeah,
each season with. Like,
the only thing is, I feel so confident in the top 4 that it's like if any of them were to get in between Selena Gomez, like Catherine Hahn, or the Natasha Leone,
yeah,
between those 3, it would have to only be one, and so that's what makes it hard because it's like
this is why it should be more than 5 nominations. I hate this whole like how many nominations for each.
I know it's like, and why does the supporting get? I never understand that. Why does supporting get 7, but then the lead gets 5? I don't get that.
Yeah.
But
by the way, I finally got around to watching the AO episode of season 4 of The Bear. She better fucking win next year. Like that, or like.
Oh my god, dude, she's
And if the kid doesn't get nominated for best guest star, that opposite her in that episode, they're back and forth. Yeah.
Well, she almost stole this season. The person who stole this season was Jamie Lee Curtis again because there's a scene towards.
I haven't got there yet. That episode 5. Waiting for my dad to go to bed. Sometimes that's often because I don't love having too many streaming services, so many things like PS5 to TV.
Oh yeah. So, man, so good. So, those are our 5 there for comedy actress. For comedy actor, my number 1, I still have Seth Rogen winning. Yeah. I think that he this is going to be his year for that. Then at number 2, I have Martin Short, and I have Martin Short there at that high now. I switched him up that high just because of the.
He had a really great performance this season. Only Murder.
He is the reason to still watch that show. I feel like he is the best part about Only Murders in the Building at this point for sure. And then I have at number 3, I have Jason Segel for Shrinking. I think he
should win, but finally he up against 2.
Yeah, he unfortunately is going to lose, but Adam Brody, I have at number 4 for Nobody Wants This. And then at number 5, I actually have Jeremy Allen White at number 5 just because I think even though I love season 4 of The Bear and I'm a defender of season 3, I think the reception of those 2 seasons, while season 4 had better reception, it still didn't get great reception from critics. Yeah. So I think the reception of those 2 seasons might hurt Jeremy Allen White a bit. So
that's why I took him out and I put Matt Berry in for What We Do in Shadow.
Oh man, yeah. I see. I so want to do that, but like part of me, you may see me put in somebody from What We Do in the Shadows whenever we get to a supporting category, though. Yeah. But
Matt Berry in the reason why to watch What We Do in the Shadows every season.
Oh yeah, he's him, and then the actor who plays Colin as well.
Yeah.
So,
and the one that played the female one that role, like the 3 of them, just like they're back and forth.
Oh yeah, for sure. So good. So
I originally had Adam Brody out, but I'm like, no, Adam Brody gave a really good performance, and nobody wanted it.
He did, but I also do feel like he is one of the most vulnerable here. Like if they did announce snubs or anything. Yeah. Like if there's a name that they just do not call, I could see Adam Brody being one of those names and being like, "What?" Us being like, "How are we doing this?" And all that.
Like you've seen the show, like the Seth Sharp episode when he actually blackmailed his other rabbi.
Oh yeah. That was a great episode. So,
like his acting when he like blackmail, when he asked, "How do you do it?" Blackmail.
and also it's like one of those things of he's such a respected TV actor because of like the OC that was on for years. So I could.
And believe me, if in my heart, I would also nominate his brother in supporting from Nobody Wants It because I think he's still much of the biggest laugh on that.
Yeah, the brother on Nobody Wants This was also just as solid as well. But moving on to our now supporting categories for comedy supporting actress. At number 1, I still have Liza Collins-Zayas for The Bear because of her episode. Her flashback episode was talked about and raved about, and people still love it. She gave an incredible performance, and yeah, I just think that she absolutely deserves the win here. But
I wish it was a drama category because I think her performance is more in a drama than a comedy.
Yeah, it's more of a dramatic performance because that's the thing. When it comes to comedy, there's a certain person I really want to win this. And she's been nominated for, and I feel like she just always gets the short end of the stick. And that is Hannah Einbinder. Hannah Einbinder is.
She should have won for last season. Like that just bugged me to this day.
Yeah, she should have won for last season. She lost for that. She should have won for this season because of the meltdown she has, and where she goes driving the car into the rail and all that, and the freak out that she has, and going to the beach and the emotional.
Even the episode when Gene Smart quit, it's like they're acting together.
Yeah, her acting, watching it as you see what happens with Gene Smart quitting and everything, like that's just was really beautiful. So I think that Hannah Einbinder, I think that she should win, but of course, because The Bear is in comedy, Liza's still going to win, and Liza deserves a win. But it's just it's the category for her, and that's just I don't like that. But yeah, Hannah Einbinder, I have at number 2. She is really great. Number 3, I have Jessica Williams for Shrinking. She still is really good on this show. She, to me, is the weakest of all the performers in season 2. But I still
a better performance in season 1 than season.
Yeah, 2. I think season 1 was more where she shined than in season 2, personally. But I think that she still overall was, at least she was still really good this season. So I think she's still good enough to get in there. So I have Jessica Williams getting in there. Then I have number 4, Janelle James for Abbott Elementary. Dude, that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode killed the not only the so I liked it more than that one Abbott Elementary did, where they'd had that crossover. Abbott Elementary got to have them crossover on their show. Then on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, they brought the Abbott Elementary crew on that show. So, man, it was so funny seeing that last week. I loved it. So, Janelle James is my number 4. Then at number 5, I have Cheryl Lee Ralph for Abbott Elementary. So I still have 2 Abbott Elementary people in there. Number 6, I have Catherine O'Hara for The Studio. And then I was going to keep in Catherine Hahn for The Studio. But now I'm switching things out. I'm taking a risk. And I'm putting in Natasha, whatever her name is. I always blank out on her name from What We Do in the Shadows. Do you remember her name?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember the last name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm putting her right now in the 7th slot because I think that they're going to throw some wild, crazy surprise at us tomorrow at some point.
That me when we get to my list, and you know who I on my wild crazy.
And so I think that could be one of your big surprises is that you see her pop in there for comedy supporting actress because I feel like it's the final season. I feel like they might want to give at least one of the actors some love, so they'll probably do that for her. So those are my 7. What are your 7?
I have Lydia Colin Zane for the Bear, number 1. Number 2, have anybody. Sorry, I mispronounced the last name really badly. Number 3, Catherine O'Hara. She's so freaking funny on the studio.
Yes.
Number 4, Catherine Hahn.
Oh yeah.
Number 5, Jessica Williams. Number 6, Janelle Jones. Number 7, and that's the my wild card I mentioned last week, Petal of Home for Agatha.
Pound for Agatha. There you go. We both have wild cards.
I think just because when you ask people about Agatha, they always talk about the Pendulum Home episode with the flashback and everything, and her turning the table with the cost flip moment,
that kind of stuff worked really well in Agatha. So I could see her sneaking in. For me personally, I could see
as much as I love Catherine Hahn in Agatha, Pendulum Home one of my favorite performances on the show.
I agree. I think she may have even stole it from Catherine. But the thing is
and also shout out to Joe Locke, who
I just
any
can't.
other year I would put Joe Locke on my list.
Oh yeah, Joe Locke. Yeah, it is great. I just can't get behind the TV Academy thinking that a comic book show would be that high of accolades. I love the wild card pick. It could happen. It could surprise. So I still say go for your gut and do that. But I just could, if The Boys has missed all this time, if other shows have missed, I just think there's still that comic book fatigue for the Television Academy because Daredevil Born Again is going to miss. It's not going to get anything. So there's So
you just explained it to me. When WandaVision got nominated, did they nominate Catherine Hahn for Agatha for the WandaVision scene?
I forget. I know they nominated Elizabeth Olsen for sure, and I think they nominated Paul Bettany. Yeah, they nominated those two, but I have to look back and see if they nominated Catherine Hahn. I assume they would have because
I hope so because that also would she stole the show for Elizabeth Olsen.
That's true, and if they did nominate Catherine Hahn for WandaVision, then that would make it a lot easier to be able to predict Catherine Hahn for Agatha all along.
That's why I predict Agatha love because people love WandaVision, and a lot of people did love Agatha just as much as WandaVision.
That is true, and a lot of people love Catherine Hahn in the role too. Like when people saw WandaVision, they said that Catherine Hahn was like the best part of.
Yeah, and a lot of people said Pamela Plum would just stand out because nobody expect Bobby actress in a comic book show.
Exactly, I agree. So now on to comedy supporting actor, and I have switched things out now here because I have a new number 1, and my new number 1, I have Ike Barinholtz for the studio. I think that the studio is going to start really ramping up some nominees. I think it could even sweep in certain wins here. And I think that Ike Barinholtz has kind of the talk of the moment with everything that's been happening with the thank you, Sal Saperstein. That became a huge meme and everything. And so because of that, I think that, the internet culture of that will push that for Ike Barinholtz. Then at number 2, I have Paul W. Downs for Hacks. I think Paul W. Downs he's got that love of Hacks. What can I say? Hacks. If the studio doesn't sweep, then Hacks is going to sweep. It's just one of those kind of deals. So
you mean they have a conversation here because I have a way different number one.
yeah, I know. I know, and on personal level, I agree with you. I think that should be number one on a personal level, but I just think that
Especially when you talk about the scene of the year. The
I'm,
reason why that should be
I'm
number
looking at things from a perspective of a voter and how their mindsets might go. So then at number three, I have Harrison Ford for Shrinking. I think Harrison Ford for Shrinking was phenomenal this season, maybe even better than he was
he
before.
should be taking home the award like that last episode season 2 alone. Like,
Oh yeah, so good. And then at number 4, I have even Moss Baccarat for the Bear. I still think he's strong.
he might be winning next year.
Yeah,
like that. Like,
yeah, he might win again next year. So we'll see. And then I have Michael Urie for Shrinking at number 5 because he had a really great season. When he is interacting with the I always call him Roy Kent, but that actor, when he's interacting with him, all that stuff was really great. And there's a lot of other really fun stuff that the whole kid arc that he has about whether he wants a kid or not is really great. So I think Michael Urie could get in there for Shrinking. And then then I have Tyler J. Williams at number 6 for Abbott Elementary. I think he's really good on the show, so he's going to get in there. And I'm still sticking with, for now, Coleman Domingo for the 4 seasons. I think Coleman Domingo just has so much love for him in the industry, and I just think people will just see his name and they just want to mark him off. And just I think Coleman Domingo has a really good shot here. What do you think?
I mentioned it before, and I number 1 still remain Harrison Ford. I think that is like when you talk about standout performance for this list, Harrison Ford off from beginning to end of season 2 was some of the best stuff I ever seen him doing acting. His speech in the Thanksgiving, when he saying what he thinks for, is like, to get him the award. Like, the fact he to make you cry by the end of his speech, like.
Oh yeah.
Like, and a moment with Jason Segel in the beginning of the last episode, season 2, and they do this. He gave me therapy to him, and this conversation, like,
so
and
good.
the funny moment, like when he just like, I'm being kidnapped, when his girlfriend take him to the daycare, like number 2, Ike is like the standout the studio to me. Like, he's hysterical. Number 3, Mike Urie. Number 4, Edwin Mott Brinkart. Number 5 is Paul W. Down. Number 6, and this is my wild card, kind of like you have, is Brett Goldstein from Shrinking. Like,
nice, Brett Goldstein. I could see him maybe sneaking in there. Definitely, if they love Shrinking enough.
Especially the last episode, season 2. Like, the bench scene alone. Like,
my only thing that's keeping me back from putting Brett Goldstein in there is I have 2 Shrinking actors getting in there, but I just don't know how much they love Shrinking, knowing how long ago it came out. That's the only thing. Yeah. So,
but Brett Goldstein been an Emmy nominated actor before for Ted Lasso.
That's true. And so, and he has been nominated before, so there's a really good shot that he could get in there.
And then number 7, Jesse T. Williams. So I have just almost the same, just 1% over.
Nice. Yeah, that's a really good one there. You know what? I'm actually thinking about. So I might do a switcheroo. I know I mentioned earlier about doing Natasha for what we do in the shadows. But I think I'm actually going to do another studio. So I think you'll have Catherine Hahn for the studio. I'm going to switch out. I'm going to put Chase Sue Wonders for the studio. I think she's going to get in there for supporting actress. So I just want to make that last minute change before we move on to comedy guest actress. And this is 6 of them. And the 6 that I still have the same 6. I got Cynthia Erivo for Poker Face. I got her at number 1. And then I got Zoe Kravitz for the studio, number 2. And then I got Jamie Lee Curtis for The Bear, at number 3. But I will say, because of the episode of Jamie Lee Curtis in season 4, and knowing season 4 came out right around voting, I could see Jamie Lee Curtis being bumped up now because of that. So
she might. I have her winning the whole category. I think. And much I love Cynthia, and I think Cynthia is great. The Santa episode, season 3, was the episode with Jamie Lee Curtis and her daughter, and the whole.
Yeah, that to me was actually my favorite episode of the season. I know a lot of people loved the flashback episode, and I love it too. I think the flashback episode is great, but I think my favorite episode.
It's the best writing of the season. It was the best acting. I was sobbing by the end of the episode. Like how much I was so invested by then.
Oh yeah, I was too. Oh my god. But then my number 4, I have Dance Mom. Julian Nicholson from Hacks. She was great this season, so I have her in there. And then I have Caitlin Olsen from Hacks. And Caitlin Olsen's really fun this season of Hacks as well. And then I'm keeping Melissa McCarthy for Only Murders in the Building, because Melissa McCarthy was really great on that season. So those are.
I had the same. Is that for? It's tough. I took out Caitlin Olsen just because they love to nominate guest host for Saturday Night Live. I did put Ariana Grande in because I know how many people love her guest host that season.
Yeah, that's true. I you know what? You might have convinced.
And I think people want to see Cynthia versus Ariana Grande competition.
That would be Honestly, that might have convinced me, because we might get a double header. In the same year, earlier.
She was a really good host. She was really funny. The sketch.
They were competing in different categories at the Oscars, but this time they're going to be competing in the same category, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't watch Saturday Night Live that much anymore, but Ariana Grande was a great host, and her skit was hysterical. Was some of the funniest skits I think last couple.
Yeah, I watched her episode, and her episode was really great. So, so those are my picks for comedy guest actress. Now I'm moving on to comedy guest actor. My number 1 is still Bryan Cranston. I think Bryan Cranston just had the showier performance in the studio. And, when he's high and he's all like, oh, the bitches of all bitches and all that stuff. And that's, going to be enough for him to win. So Bryan Cranston is my number 1. And then I have number 2. I actually switched things up. And I actually have number 2, Jon Bernthal for The Bear. Because I think that Jon Bernthal's scene in that episode, a lot of people really talked about, really loved it. So I think that's in there. And then I have the 2 directors could cancel each other out, but I have Martin Scorsese at number 3, then I have Ron Howard at number 4. I think both of them are really great on the show. So, they're both iconic legends. So you have to kind of throw them in there. I have at 5, Will Poulter, who's great on this season of The Bear, season 4.
Yeah.
But Will Poulter, I have him at 5. And then I think I took him out, and then now I've put him back in. I have Christopher McDonald for Hacks getting in there because of his beautiful scene that he did have with Gene Smart, which I thought was just really powerful stuff there. So those are my picks for guest. My six for guests. What are your six?
Number 1, Bryan Cranston. Number 2, Ron Howard. Number 3, Monster Society. Number 4, John Bernthal. Number 5, Christopher McDonald. Number 6, and this is a wild card. I have not watched the show, but people tell me they didn't see his cameo coming, but everybody say he stole the show on Bradley Cooper for Whiteness Gemstone. Like the amount of time I heard his name get brought up, like people watch the show. Like,
Yeah, and I could see someone I could see Walton Goggins getting a 2-time nominee, and he could get in for Righteous Gemstones maybe.
Everybody I know who's seen the most recent season of Righteous Gemstones talk about the Bradley Cooper episode, the first episode of the new season. Like,
oh, nice. Then I might have to consider him. Also, because they do love to nominate Saturday Night Live people, Bowen Yang could sneak in there. Yeah, for Saturday Night Live.
on the outside looking in, like Ice Cube, I had that are fun out on the outside looking in. They both had standout episode of studio.
Oh yeah, they both had really excellent episodes of the studio.
Like Ice Cube episode love will probably win for best fighting in a comedy.
I think so, but best directing in a comedy is going to be the winner. That's the thing is. So I could see a scenario where Hacks wins writing, and then the studio wins directing.
The episode when Big Mark quit, like that episode.
Where she quits late night. That episode would be for writing. I could see that winning, and I could see the studio winning directing because of the Warner episode that they did. Mm-hmm. So that'd be really.
We go to wait in the episode of studio is so freaking funny. That the writing in that episode.
Oh man, yeah, that was to me the funniest episode. I think was that episode where they're trying to recast the Kool-Aid movie, and they just keep on doing it.
My phone is from Greek. Thank you very much. That line's Catherine.
Now this is racist. I love that. I was like, oh yeah, fuck AI, man. Fuck AI. It was so good. I loved it. So now moving on to drama. Dun dun dun. Actually, no. Moving on to first comedy series. We didn't do comedy series yet. So now let's do our main comedy series category. I have, and this is,
see, only 7 nomination.
This is tough. Well, I say it's tough, but it's only a 2-horse race. It's not like drama series where it's a 3-horse race. But here, it's tough because they could go with a bright, shiny new object in the studio. Mm-hmm. But I just think there's so much love for Hacks that I still have Hacks at number 1, taking the top spot for now. But once the nominations come out, again, we're going to revisit this category, and if they over love the studio, then I could always switch it up as time goes by. But I have the studio number 2. Then number 3, I have Only Murders in the Building because of how well it did at SAG. Then I have Abbott Elementary at 4. I have The Bear at 5, Shrinking at 6. Then I have Nobody Wants Us at 7. And then at number 8, I have What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, the 8 nomination. Really, they're 7.
Yeah, they're doing 8 nominations for comedy series. So, comedy and drama series, it's like the classic. It's like the classic Best Picture rules at the Oscars, where it's they used to do the whole 8 to 10 deal, and so that's kind of like what the Emmys does. Instead of sticking to a number, they do 8 to 10. So right now they're predicting 8 is the slot.
Yes. I have the studio number 1. I think the new show. They love to give award to new show. I have Hack number 2. I have Shrinking number 3. I have Only Murders in the Building number 4. Abbott Elementary number 5. Number 6, Nobody Want This. Number 7, What We Do in the Shadow. Number 8, The Bear. And with Cobra Kai on the outside looking in.
Yeah, Cobra Kai could sneak in there. In a perfect world, they would be nominating adults on FX or something in a perfect world, because that show is fucking hilarious. I love that show. But yeah. Now before we move on to other categories, we have some more comments here. We got another one from Christine Cho, who says, agree with Cranston, he was great. And then EDM says, Emmys, where it's easier to get a second win than a first nomination. That is true.
Not one.
That is very true. And then right here he says, Ron Howard should be a lock, but Emmys don't have him as we would think. Couldn't even get into voice performance / narration for Arrested Development, even when it won series. So yeah, that's kind of not good. So so who knows? Maybe Ron Howard gets snubbed. I would hate to see that. Also, this might change my entire view now. He says, yes, she was. Kathryn Hahn was nominated for Jesus, it's storming outside. But sorry, you guys, if you hear the background noise, there's a thunderstorm out. But Kathryn Hahn was nominated for WandaVision. So that
WandaVision considered a drama show or a comedy show?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it says Hahn was considered the front runner, but lost for mayor of Easttown. So I guess it was. I mean, it has some dramatic stuff in there, but it's kind of. I feel like that's kind of.
I don't get how Agatha considered a comedy series and WandaVision considered a limited series. That does look bad me a little bit.
Would you like switch them out? You think, or
I would put Agatha in limited series, and unless you get season 2, we get a Vision Quest, but we have yet no Agatha season 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't announced it yet. Oh, that's why. Okay, WandaVision was in limited, so
yeah,
that makes
and
sense.
how is Agatha in comedy and not limited? Like that, they have yet to say season 2 Agatha.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like that is kind of odd because they haven't announced the season 2. You think they would announce the season 2 by now?
Because then I would knock out Renee Zellweger and put Kathryn Hahn in for limited actress.
Yeah, and I feel like if they would have done that, because I feel like the comedy actress is so stacked, I feel like that Kathryn Hahn actually would have had a better chance at getting in for a limited series if they would have gone that route. But
she might have been a dark horse fight against Christine Milioti and Michelle Williams. You never know.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
So moving on now to the drama. The final sets of categories that we will be talking about tonight. So we will do drama actress, where I am one of these I'm gonna have to do some thinking about because it's kind of like a passion pick, but we'll get to it. I might change it out.
That's probably number 6 on my list. A passion pick.
But this is they're doing 6 here for drama actress. So we got at number 1, I have Kathy Bates winning because it's Kathy Bates and she is incredible on Matlock. So
that show deserves more love than we're getting at the Emmy. That is one thing.
I agree. I think it could show up other places like guest actor in a drama and other places like that. But
especially like Bill Bridges and like the female lawyer, like they have some really good acting on that.
Oh yeah, I could see stuff like that, but it definitely should perform better than what it is getting. Then at number 2,
I would put it even into drama over Paradise and a few other things.
Yeah, Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly, because Matlock is better than like Squid Game. It's better than some of the
because
other
the
shows.
first episode alone, like the twist, get you wanting to watch more of the show. I remember when the end of the first episode, like every review about why she invested all the day. Holy shit!
Yeah, I
Like,
was like, what? Okay, and so now I'm like hooked on there. I cannot wait for the next season. I'm glad it got renewed. So that's
yeah. I might even like it better than the old show. That thing.
yeah. That honestly, I might like it better than the old show as well. And that's saying something. So then at number 2, I have Bella Ramsey for The Last of Us. I think if anyone's going to upset Catherine Hahn, I think it could be Bella Ramsey because she just
Especially when she's probably not going to get another chance to the final season of Last of Us. And that season will be more about Abby and not about Ellie.
yeah. I just think that also, this season it had some controversy, but Bella Ramsey really did shine this season, especially in the big episode 2. What happened in episode 2,
Oh, the flashback episode with her and Joel on the
and then
porch.
yeah, the flashback episode as well. I think that is really gonna be what helps Bella Ramsey. So we'll see what
It's the
happens.
reason why Pedro Pascal might be a dark horse right now because the porch
Maybe.
scene alone.
And Pedro Pascal has a movie coming out. He was in several movies, so like he's been out places campaigning his ass off. So we'll see what happens. Then I have a
Even
number
though I think if they put him in supporting, he might be winning supporting more
sure.
easily than
At number 3, I have Britt Lower for Severance, just because I think
yeah.
Severance is going to be, very, very much dominating these drama categories. So because of
Which
that,
is what any other year she would win because her acting pretending to be her
right,
severance doll. Like
yeah, if Kathy Bates was not here, then Britt Lower I feel could have a really good chance at taking this, but
she
Kathy
might
Bates
win next year. But
she might win. Yeah, she might win next year, and I'm so glad that season 3 is actually coming next year. They said that like it's gonna be a 1 year gap. It's not gonna be like a freaking 3 year gap this time. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy about that. And then at my number 5, I have Elizabeth Moss for The Handmaid's Tale. I think that since it is the final season, I think that she could sneak in there and take, you know, not the win, but at least take a nomination
Yeah.
because it's the final season and they'll want to honor it in some
She
way.
already won for season 1.
So,
Like she got the
yeah.
ready.
So she already got her due for season 1, but I feel like she'll be a lone nom for this season of The Handmaid's Tale. Then at number 6, this was like that passion pick. I had Melanie. I have Melanie Linsky still in there right now, but I'm seriously contemplating switching out her for like somebody else right now because it's.
Which one? I have somebody that not matching list in my list.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't know who I would switch her out with. Like that's what I just am worried that she's not gonna get in there. But
Wait, you said 6 or you on your 5?
I have which one?
What number are you on?
I'm on. Oh, that was my last one. I'm on my. Oh wait, no. Oh, I did forget one. Never mind. Because I also have Carrie Russell for The Diplomat. I have her getting in there too.
So freaking good on the show.
Yeah, that's going to be probably my next binge is The Diplomat. That's one I have to
really good.
get around to. So
Season 1 is season 1 is good, but season 2 where it really pick up and really become like
that's good. Sort of like Foundation. Foundation was like the same way, where it's like season 1 was just like, it's good, but then season 2 where it really shined. And
it's kind of like The Good Place. Remember The Good Place? First season was like, then season 2 like, holy shit.
You'll notice that with the White Lotus, since you're getting into the White Lotus right now. Season 1, it's like it's good, But then season 2 was phenomenal. Just wait till you get to season 2. It's a phenomenal season of television. So really good. Yeah. So those are my 6. What are your 6?
Bella Ramsey, Cassie Bay, Kerry Russell, Elizabeth Moss, Britt Laura, and my passion pick, because people need to watch the show on Netflix, Keira Knightley for Black Dog.
Keira Knightley. Oh, you know what? That may be who I have to replace Melanie Lynskey with. I don't know. That's dang.
Black Dog is really freaking good show. I know a lot of people have discovered yet.
Yeah, that's a good point there. But I think I'm still gonna stick with Melanie Lynskey, but that's a good lineup there. So
yeah.
I
just don't think Yellow Jacket got that love anymore that it used to have. Like, I don't hear about it.
Yeah, I just know it doesn't have as much love anymore, but I know there's still like the film Twitter community who still watches it or whatever. So yeah, maybe they'll show up for it. Next up, we have drama actor, and to me, this is an interesting one because this is like between 3 here. So one that's like a dark horse, and then 2 that are more being with each other. I have Noah Wiley winning for the pit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I switched it out, and I have Noah Wiley winning. I had Adam Scott winning initially, but I just think with Noah Wiley, he's a TV legend. People love him already, but also he's just so good on the pit. It's insane. So I have him winning, and then I have Adam Scott number 2, but then I have Pedro Pascal number 3. So they're all very neck and neck to each other. And then I have Sterling K. Brown at 4. I have John Hamm for Your Friends and Neighbors at number 5. And then I have Gary Oldman for Slow Horses at 6.
I know Riley number 1, Peter Pascal number 2. I just think the episode where he die and then a back episode. I'm as bad at the end of the show. Right.
Yeah. Right. Phenomenal.
Number 3, Anna Scott. This will really get tough for me. I went back and forth between a bunch of names. I have Gary Oldman number 4. Number 5, I have Eddie Redmayne for Day of the Jackal.
Yeah. Let's go.
And number 6, I have between 3 names. I have between Ben Shaw, Sterling K. Brown, or Diego Luna. I'm like, shit, this is really tough for me.
Yeah, Diego Luna, I almost considered him for Andor because I think Andor is going to surprise in places too. But,
right, my heart would love to see Ben Shaw get in because I think he's just as good as Keira Knightley is on Black Dog. And he kind of steals the show from her. A lot of ways. Have you seen Black Dog yet?
No, I'm going to have to get around to Black Dog.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I also thought Sterling K. Brown was great Paradise. He was my favorite scene about Paradise. So I thought especially the flashback episode, it shows what happened on the day and everything.
Oh, yeah. That was a good episode.
And then Diego Luna also was great in the last couple episodes, or the episode when the massacre happened. And then his face at the end of the episode just haunt me.
Yeah, the tear in his eye there at the end of the episode. So good.
This is tough.
Man.
I don't you put Diego Luna in. I think he was nominated for season 1 Android.
Yeah. He was nominated for season 1. I think it was going to be nominated for season 2. Season 2 was even more watched than season 1. Apparently, I heard it's like topped the records for Disney Plus. So I think that's going to.
He's not the only one caught in from Andor on my list when we get to the end.
Yeah, that's That's a great one. So moving on now to I think to our supporting categories. So supporting actress in a drama. I have a number one. I switched it. I initially had Parker Posey winning. Now I have Carrie Coon winning for The White Lotus because of that monologue. I think that monologue just is too good. And she's a legend. She was in The Leftovers. She's in The Gilded Age.
Mm-hmm.
She's in all this type of stuff. So I I have Carrie Coon winning for The White Lotus. Then I have Parker Posey for The White Lotus. Then I have Amy Wood for The White Lotus. I have Taylor Dearden for The Pit. Catherine Lanasa for The Pit. Then I have Isabella Merced for The Last of Us. And then Allison Janney for The Diplomat.
How many nominations?
That's 7. So
All right. The having not seen White Lotus seems to be on season 1 right now. I do have Parker Posey. I have Carrie Coon. I have Patricia Arquette for Severance.
yeah.
I have Catherine Landmith for The Pit. Isabella Merced for Last of Us. And then my wild card. The reason why I didn't include another Pit person, I have Genevieve O'Reilly for. Oh no, it's 7. Allison Janney. And then my wild card would be Genevieve O'Reilly for Andor.
Dude, I really hope that you are like predicting the future. Because if Geneva O'Reilly gets in there for playing Mon Mothma, I mean, I think that'll be it. That kind of celebration is gonna be like.
She would be my pick. If up to me, an Emmy voter, I would give it the Emmy because I think
I agree. I agree.
That episode with the speech and everything that happened in that episode, it's some of the best acting I think in this category.
And I think that it would be on the level of the actress who played Sally in Barry. Like when she got nominated for season 2, people were like, "Yes, finally!" Like she gets in. Oh, she was so good, and that kind of thing. It's like that huge celebration. I think you'd get that same kind of celebration with Geneva O'Reilly. So who knows? I feel like out of all the wildcard picks, she could be the one that pays off the most because everyone's been like championing her to get in there. So let's.
And it's sad to me that only Ben Mendelsohn getting the lone nomination for Andor season 2 for acting. And like, there's so many good acting on Andor season 2. Like,
yeah,
not counting like DJ. Also, I would put in for supporting actress. The actress played DJ.
Oh yeah, I mean, hey, and in a perfect world too, they would take out one of the White Lotus actors for supporting actor and put in Stellan Skarsgård. You know, for the white for.
Or even the one that played Andor's girlfriend, like her acting.
Oh yeah,
it's incredible. Like,
who could be our new Wonder Woman?
That's wonderful.
Yeah, yeah, excellent.
I heard her dear John letter to him. Like,
which, speaking of Andor, Christine Show says I'm a Diego Luna fan, so I'd put him in. Loved Andor season 2. Yeah, really, really great.
In a perfect world, Andor season 2 would have been drama for me. Like that. Well, like that was my favorite show from the drama series of this season.
Nice. And then we have EDM says his book does Netflix. Yes, they get their actors nominated. They do. They do have a good job getting their actors nominated. And then also he says Kuhn having the Gilded Age could pull off Katherine Heigl, who had knocked up release during voting and pulled off the win over frontrunner and Grey's Anatomy co-star Sandra Oh. So that's a good point. So we'll see what happens there. My now moving on to drama supporting actor. My number 1 here is Walton Goggins for The White Lotus because he is basically the big part of that season. He's the one that everyone talks about because of what happens.
He's been nominated a lot in the past. Like he was nominated for Fallout for season 1. He's been nominated for Justified a lot.
Yeah, so I think I'm still giving him a number one. I have John Turturro for Severance. I have Jason Isaacs for The White Lotus. Tramel Tillman for Severance. Sam Rockwell for The White Lotus. Patrick Schwarzenegger for The White Lotus. And then Patrick Ball for The Pit.
I have, you know what? Jonathan Pryce was in the show for. I had it somehow on my list.
I know we talked about Jonathan Pryce, but I forget.
It's going to drive me nuts because I had it on my list. What was Jonathan Pryce in?
He was in Slow Horses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I have John Turturro number 1. I haven't seen White Lotus season 3. That's going to watch I've seen. John Turturro is the best actor in season 2 of Severance. Like, the episode when he loses it during the camping trip, I'm like, holy shit, just get him the Emmy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like, some of the best acting I've seen from Severance. Like, I had Watch the Garden number 2, just based on what you told me.
Yeah.
Tramel Truman number 3. Stellan Skarsgård number 4. From Andor.
Nice. I hope so.
Number 5, Jonathan Pryce. And then number 6, because I realized until we updated my mistake with Presume Innocent, I used to have Bill Camp. I now have Jason Isaacs. Number 6.
Nice. Yeah, Jason Isaacs is very showy this season because the entire season he's basically just high for the entire season. So he's like, he gets to be very showy. Anytime someone asks him a question, he's like, yeah. I like that kind of performance. So, I'm like, okay.
I just feel like Jonathan Pryce getting in. He was really good in Slow Horses this season. Playing that, you don't know if Ready, telling truth, in line.
I could see that as a scenario. I could also see, like you mentioned, I could see Stellan Skarsgård getting in there for Andor. He's really great. So
also shout out Stinamate my guest actress list. Hugo Weaving, but also really good in season 4.
Yeah, so good.
He might get in maybe for season 5 if they bring him back since he's still alive. And
we're now moving on to our drama guest actress category. Yeah, that's true. So Goggins right now is all over everywhere because he is doing the Walmart Plus free advertising stuff right now. So because of that he's all over everything. So people might vote for him based off of that. That's a really good point. Yeah, so for drama guest actress, my number 1, I have Caitlin Dever winning for The Last of Us. I just think that, her as Abby, people really talked about episode 2 and what happened in episode 2. And I just think that her performance in that episode specifically was really phenomenal. So I'm going to give her the win here. And then Catherine O'Hara for The Last of Us, I have a number 2. Then I have Merritt Weaver for Severance. Cherry Jones for The Handmaid's Tale. I got Gwendolyn Christie for Severance. And then Hilary Swank, I'm having in there right now for Yellow Jackets. Don't feel confident in that. I'm maybe thinking about putting in another guest actress, like the old lady from the Patricia Arquette episode of Severance. I forget the actress, but I'm thinking about switching out Hilary Swank with her. So maybe that's what I'll wind up doing there. But yeah, those are my 6 right now. What are your 6?
I had the same six. I had something different for Jeff. I can't read my handwriting for some reason. Probably Richard Alf Hillary Train. It's been such a long while that I can't imagine any of my own handwriting. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
and
Even
then
though I think I would love because I think Kate and Diva will probably win in 2 years for the Last of Us season 3. I would love to see because who knows if she come back for the next 2 seasons. Catherine Harrow to win for Last of Us.
yeah, I would love to say that too. And honestly, Catherine O'Hara did have more to do. She had the scene when she was talking to Pedro Pascal at the beginning in the first episode.
The
Then,
flashback when she discovered her husband's body and like that.
yeah, that really broke you. And then she has a scene when she's like sitting down with Tommy and talking with Tommy, and then she's a scene where she sits down with Ellie. So she's got.
She did have maybe a good year because she could be a dark horse in supporting actress in the comedy. She could win both.
That would be a good night for her. That would be a really good night for her. So, yeah, drama guest, actress.
I think Diva will win for season 3. I think that is a given because knowing for the game itself.
I think it's a given. I mean, I don't think the backlash is going to hold that really from. I don't think it's going to hold it to her away from winning because I think that it's just since it's going to be primarily focused on Abby.
Yeah.
I think she's still going to win for
I
that.
think you probably cut out the Seth scene just because, like, you can't do away with this in the show like you did again.
It's going to be interesting though, going from guest up to lead. So it's going to be like, oh, okay, wow, look at that.
A lot of people from guest.
That was her name. Jane Alexander in Severance was so good. She's an acting legend. Her Oscar nomination for All President's Men.
Yeah,
still considered a WTF, one of the shortest to ever get. So nice. I'm thinking about swapping out Hilary Swank for Jane Alexander, but for now I'm keeping those 6. But drama guest actor, I have at number 1 Scott Glenn for The White Lotus. Scott Glenn is part of the drama at the end. There's always the drama that happens towards the end of the season, and he's part of it. So that's all I'll say. So that's what I think Scott Glenn is going to win. And then Jeffrey Wright, I have number 2 for The Last of Us. He had a lot of really interesting scenes this year, especially the part with the egg where he's like talking about how he goes eggs. That was really terrifying. Then I have who I personally would give it to this guy, maybe, is Sean Hattlesey for The Pit. Oh, wait, no. So I would not give it to John Hattlesey for The Pit, but he was great. He was like my number 2. Yeah. I would give it to, I do have him getting but me on a personal level, I would award Joe Pantoliano for The Last of Us. I think his performance in that was just outstanding. So I have him coming in there at number 4. Then I have Ben Mendelsohn for Andor, who just was utterly terrifying. Then I have Mackenzie Aston in The Pit. Oh, you know what? I am gonna make a switch. So I'm gonna take out Hilary Swank in drama guest actress, and I'm gonna put in drama guest actress. I'm gonna put in the one that plays the sister. I forget that actress's name, but she plays the sister of Mackenzie Aston, and so then you get both the siblings in there. It's the scene everyone remembers it where they're both saying goodbye to their father, and and she's talking about like, I wish I had what you had. I wish that I could have gone out and played catch with them. I wish I could have done that. And then And then Mackenzie Aston has just his beautiful, tender moment with his dad. Just, acting on that show, man. God, it's so good. I don't know how they get those kind of performances out of people. It's insane. So, yeah, those are my 6 for drama guest actor.
I'm trying to stay a little bit minor with the pit because I'm really pissed off with them right now, getting rid of the actress from the pit for who knows what reason.
Wait, they're doing what with the actress for the pit?
They got rid of one of the actress for the pit. The one
Oh,
that played the
yeah.
one.
I heard she wasn't returning for season 2, which is a bummer because she's
a bummer. Like she might get Emmy nomination, maybe a win for this show, and she should
yeah.
come back
Who
for
knows?
season
Maybe
2.
she'll come back in season 3. Maybe they'll write it like her character needed to have more time to recover after what happened and everything. So
Maybe she didn't want to be around her potential father's kid with no Riley.
yeah, maybe. So I
Yeah.
could see something like that. So who knows?
Yeah. Mine is I do have a slightly different number one. I thought about this over and over again. I had Ben Middleton number one.
Really?
I
Okay.
think when you talk, I mean, besides Genevieve Riley's scene in Andor season 2, the interrogation scene. Ben Middleton and wanted to play DJ. We go, we don't need you, and putting the finger on top of her. Like, I think he is like the acting of this whole category. I have McKinney acting number 2. I have Joe Pantoliano number 3. I have Bradley Whitford number 4 for The Handmaid's Tale.
Nice.
How many in this category?
It is 6 total.
Yes, 5 is Jeffrey Wright. Number 6. You don't have it, but I have it, John Noble for Severance.
That is also a really great and inspired choice. I think that John Noble was phenomenal, especially what he talks about with his kind of the associating the severance procedure with like religion. I thought that was fascinating. Yeah,
He might go for guest star to supporting next season, based on if they continue more with Rich Walken and him.
yeah, they might. That would be very interesting if they go that route.
Because we had yet to find out who's on the phone that called John Turturro, like who he'd talking to.
And then we got Billy Judd in the comments saying, "Hi guys, how are you doing, Billy Judd?" And then, yeah, I agree. EDM here, he says, never saw Last of Us dominance in guest acting categories coming for season 1. Wonder if them or The Pit will underperform. I think that you'll definitely see Last of Us overperform here, like we talked about. I think The Pit has huge potential to overperform in the guest spots because when you think about The Pit, you think about the acting. And so a lot of people think about the guest actors on the show. And what would be really funny is if they nominate the Dorffs, because Brad Dourif pops up in there as the guest actor. And then it'd be funny if Fiona Dourif gets nominated for supporting, and then you get like the 2 Dorffs in there as from The Pit.
I mean, Emmy, if you're watching it, listen, get some love to Andor tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm begging you.
Andor, as long as they give Andor and The Pit some love, then I'm going to be a happy man because those are like my 2.
They better, pardon my language, they better fucking nominate Andor for best directing for episode 8 of season 2.
Oh, I don't see how they don't. If not episode 8, then episode 9. They might do like that kind of thing. But I
I
think,
know, but episode 8,
I
the
think
way it directed the massacre episode, like, oh,
yeah, I think episode 8. What I think you do is you do episode 8 for directing, and then you do episode 9 for writing. Is what I feel.
funny.
So that
Also, Shadow, he didn't make my list. The guy that played DJ boyfriend is phenomenal. Like his acting on the show, like
oh
with
yeah,
everything crumbling around him, and he realizing he on the wrong side. That moment ended like, "Who are you?" And that look at his face right before he get killed. Like,
yeah, that's
yeah.
some great
He
stuff.
should be in the conversation, but there's so many like this year.
Agreed. So now moving on to our big final category of the evening. I'm actually really surprised. With only the two of us here. We went through this pretty fast. We're 2 hours into the video. I thought this was going to be like a 3 hour stream tonight, going through all these categories, but we managed to do this in 2 hours. So our final category here, there's 8 nominees. So I switched it up. So I still have them both in there, but I remember the last time we visited the drama series category, I had Severance actually at the top spot because Severance was in the conversation. A lot of people were talking about it. But now I have The Pit at number 1, winning best drama series, because The Pit is still being talked about. Like, that is insane. I feel like the Severance talk is still there, but it's not as active still
Mm-hmm.
as the Pit talk. Like, the Pit talk is like just still everywhere. So I feel like The Pit is going to win drama series. It's that shiny new object. It's like when you look at everyone's top shows of the year list, you'll either see like Adolescence or The Pit at number 1. So that's why I think that The Pit's going to win. And then I have a number 1, or I have that number 1. I have a number 2, Severance. I have a number 3, The White Lotus, because The White Lotus, it's the juggernaut. So I think that could possibly be a dark horse. The Last of Us, I have at number 4. And then I have a number 5, Andor. I think Andor's really has a strong chance in there of maybe being a dark horse. And then I have Slow Horses at number 6. Then I have The Diplomat. And then because of the timing of when the new season was coming out with the previous season that they did, even if it wasn't well received, I still have Squid Game at 8. So those are my 8 now.
Get 7.
Did I do what?
You get number 7.
Skip number 7. No, I don't think I did, because I said The Diplomat was my
Right.
Yeah. So I had The Diplomat, and then I had Squid Game as my last 2 slots. So
So number 1, Pit.
yeah.
That is my, number 2, Andor. I just think people talk about Andor like the last couple episodes over and over again. Like they talk about, I think they even talked about it more different. People talk about the campy episode and then the end of season 2. For Andor, they talk about the last couple episodes. Andor, like
Sure.
number 3, Severance. Number 4, The Last of Us. Number 5, Slow Horses. Number 6, The Diplomat. Number 7, White Lotus. And I have a time between 3, but they often want to nominate something new. I have Paradise coming in for number 8.
Nice. Yeah, I really did consider Paradise. There's other shows that could maybe sneak in there too, like Handmaid's Tale, if they really want to go out for it for its final season.
Yeah.
They could
Landman.
do that.
Your good friend and neighbor. Like,
Landman, yeah, Your Friends and Neighbors. I could see that possibly sneaking in there and upsetting. And
I also say on the outside look in, probably Bob Thornton on my outside look in for best actor in the drama for Landman. Like,
oh yeah, he
really good on that show.
I could see a scenario where Billy Bob Thornton becomes like a lone nominee for that show. Yeah,
the show's really good, and he's really good on the show.
yeah. I could also see like Mobland. Now that it's been renewed, I
Mm-hmm.
could see something like that from Guy Ritchie. I could see that getting
I
maybe.
think it went past the Emmy consideration date. That why it wasn't in the conversation much.
Yeah, I think so. So,
Because Helen Mirren would be dominating the nomination for
oh,
Mobland.
oh yeah,
Holy shit.
she would. Yeah, I think next year that's when Mobland would probably be eligible. So I think
Yeah.
that you'll
Watch out for Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren pop in there next year for Mobland. So man,
And Patty Constantine as well for Mobland.
oh, so good. Yeah, but Helen Mirren, she was like, man, you hate her. She was such a good villain. So good, loved her.
Even the brother, like he popped up in so many scenes of watching between Head of State and Dick Cover and then Mobland. I'm like, what the hell, man?
Uh,
Like, the
yeah,
villain from Head of State who played Tom Hardy's friend, the brother, like the son of Pierce Brosnan, and he also was the mafia guy and Dick Cover that befriended improv group.
yeah, um, yeah, guys. So man, we managed to get through every single major category. The writing category we would talk about tomorrow, whenever the Emmys
And directing.
are out and all that stuff for the writing and the directing stuff, because we don't know which episodes they're actually going to submit. So we'll find out tomorrow whenever the nominations come out. Then whenever we do our winning predictions, we'll cover those categories and go through like what we think will win writing, directing, all that kind of stuff. So should be a really fun time. So we're not done with Emmys coverage, guys. Even though this is final predictions, this is just nomination predictions. We'll keep on coming back here for winning predictions. So it should be a really fun time. And then tune in tomorrow morning for us to react to the Emmy nominations tomorrow morning. Should be a really fun time. I'm really excited. So, and then also, apparently everyone's saying it's going to be at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. So that gives enough time to be able to
Look at that, just sleeping a little bit.
respond, sleep in there a little bit, and then react to them and everything. So it gives us some good time there. So it's not like the Oscars where I have to be up at like 7 in the morning.
Why is it 11:30 in the morning? That's a weird time for Emmy nomination now.
I agree. That seems very late. I'm
Are you
like,
showing now LA time comment?
I mean, I saw that Brian, he said it was 8:30 LA time, and then which is 11:30.
Are you sure not the other way around? Because that would make sense.
Maybe, but they're always 3 hours behind. So if it was 11:30 there in LA, then it would actually be like 2:30
I look it up right now.
here and there. But yeah, I think it is very odd to be doing it at.
It's 11:30 ET. Holy shit!
Wow, that's very odd. I don't know how I feel about that.
I just googled it.
Yeah, we'll go with it, but that's kind of interesting. EDM asked a good question. Which drama / comedy will be the nomination leader?
The Pit for drama.
Yeah,
The Studio for comedy.
yeah, I think I agree with that. I think
And then for limited series, to see a toss-up between Penguin and Adolescent being the most.
I think because of all the adolescence actors in there, with like the cop, the mom, the therapist, the dad, the boy. I think all those categories. I think that adolescence will be the top leader for.
Who knows? We should have some sneaky one, right? We forgot Clancy Brown, a freaking Moss Swan.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So there's some sneaky ones that can get in there.
the
So
one that played Penguin girlfriend. Like, there's some sneaking, last minute thing that.
Yeah, or like this girl who plays the sister in Adolescence, you know. So
Yeah.
I could see something like that as well. So, uh, yeah, that'll do it, guys, for our final Emmy predictions before the big nominations come out. So, should be a good time. I'm looking forward to coming back here and talking to you guys about the nominations. Should be a really good time. So, thank you for agreeing to come on today and let people know where they can find you.
You can find me here, Danny, man. I've just been doing free bat-to-bat recording today. You see me over at Rate over American Channel. Just been Foster. We had a great list put together. Show about trivia, about the poster trivia scene. Won it by 17 points out of 20. And then here, always, like, stay tuned when we do winning. I will finally say what I feel about White Lotus. I just started to watch it. Like, first
Oh
time.
yeah, you'll finally know why I keep on saying Carrie Coon will win whenever you get to season 3. So we'll definitely get to that point. But thank you all for tuning in tonight. Saw that we had a good amount of people tuning in, so thank you all for watching. And make sure you comment down below your final predictions. We would love to hear your final predictions, what you think is going to win, and then see who ends up being the most right tomorrow. So should be a good time. I'm expecting to lose a lot. I'm expecting there to be a bunch of surprises.
Expecting to lose a lot.
but we shall see. That's always the fun about Emmy nominations. You predict them one way, and then all of a sudden they will just switch up on a dime, just do something completely shocking. So we shall see. I'm looking forward to it, but thank you all. We will see you all tomorrow. In terms of other stuff coming up on the channel, we also have the I Know What You Did Last Summer commentary on Thursday, so you guys can stay tuned for that. We have a I Know What You Did Last Summer review for the new film on there, and then Austin and I are doing our drinking game on Saturday. We're doing I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer to honor the release of that this weekend. So that should be a fun one. And then we're wrapping up July with like our shows of the decade and our movies of the decade stuff. So should be a good time. But yeah, we will see you all in the next video. Until next time, stay classy, my friends, and